eyes closed and melancholy. These are the sisters of sighing water. 12 of them, cloaked in silver weed and river lace, circled him with slow, drifting grace. They neither splashed nor blinked, and yet each one hummed a note so low and sad it made the reeds weep too. Fear not, legs dangling, leaned forward. What lovely creatures! Are you quite all right? The tallest of the sisters opened one eye, not with anger or surprise, but with the long patience of old sorrow. You have come to shudder, she said. If it's no trouble, said Fear not. I've gone a long way and given up quite a lot. Then dive, said the second sister, and seek the bride beneath the bell. Fear not, polite as ever, stood, tipped his cap, and jumped into the pond. He sank quick and quiet, for the water closed round him like a held breath. Down he went, past the sisters, who did not follow, and deeper still, where light bent like twigs and sound turned slow. There, resting in the green murk, was a small bell. A wedding bell, he thought, but tarnished with time, wrapped in chains of hair and pearls. Beside it floated a woman, still as stone, her gown fanned out like a flower. Her hands clutched the bell's rope. Excuse me, Fear not whispered underwater, for somehow speech worked down here. Are you the bride beneath the bell? Her eyes opened. They were vast. I was left waiting, she said. So long that I rang the bell myself, but no one came. Until now. Oh, Fear not said kindly. That's very sad. I could make you stay, she said, the water growing colder. You'd never leave me. That might make you shudder. Fear not thought about it. But then I'd never learn what fear is, he said. I'd only be kept. And he took her hand soft, cold, not cruel, and kissed it gently. I'm sorry they didn't come for you. But I think maybe I wasn't meant to stay. A moment passed. The pond pulsed. And the bride smiled, only a little. You may go, she said. You're kind. But not afraid. Not yet. And with that, the bell gave a single, sorrowful chime, and the water spun round, drawing him up and out. He burst from the pond just as night sealed the sky, and the sisters were gone. Waiting on the bank, brushing flour off his coat, was the same stranger from before. Well, he asked. Fear not wrung out his sleeves. No luck, he said cheerfully. Still haven't shuddered. The man whistled. Pond ghosts and brides won't do it. You're a tougher nut than I thought. But I've one last idea. Will it make me shiver? Shiver and shake, said the man. If it don't, nothing will. And off they went, into a moonlit wood where shadows shifted like secrets. The trees here were tall and lean, like they'd grown listening to whispers. Their branches reached over the path in brittle arches, and the moon, for all its size, could barely squeeze between. Fear not walked with his hands in his pockets. The stranger beside him was humming something off-key and rather sad. Where are we going now, sir? Asked Fear not. To a house, said the man. A fine house, left lonely. Once belonged to a noble lord with no heirs, who vanished one night. Some say he was taken. Some say he went mad. But the house still stands, waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting to be noticed. Sure enough, as the trees thinned, a gate appeared rusted, crooked, creaking at the mere thought of wind. Beyond it stood a house that shouldn't still be upright. The windows stared blank and dark, the door ajar just enough to invite or warn. There, said the man, pointing. You must go inside and stay till dawn. Alone. Fear not looked at the place and nodded. And if I get frightened? Then you'll have learned what fear is, and our bargain's done. And if I don't? Then the house has failed, the man said, and we'll both be terribly disappointed. So Fear not stepped through the gate, which moaned like an old widow, and approached the house. Each plank in the porch groaned under his boots. The door didn't resist when he pushed it open. It just swung wider, sighing. The air inside was thick like old books, dried flowers, and secrets too long kept. He found a parlor with a dusty fireplace and a chair that looked far too ready. So he sat, crossed one leg, and waited. Midnight came. The fire lit itself. Fear not blinked. Well, that's friendly. Then came the footsteps upstairs. Slow. Steady. No one visible. Then came the humming. Low. Wordless. And terribly lonely. Fear not stood. Hello? Is someone here? A portrait fell off the wall behind him. No wind, no cause. Then the floor above groaned as if something heavy had settled in. Still, he didn't shiver. Then down the stairs came a child. Only not quite. It was shaped like a child, but made of rags, stitched haphazardly with black thread. Buttons for eyes. A mouth sewn shut with red silk. It stopped at the bottom step and looked at him. Oh, said Fear not gently, are you lost? The rag child tilted its head. It raised a hand. From its palm dangled a key. A key, Fear not murmured. Where to? The creature pointed behind him to a cellar door he hadn't noticed. Without a word, it vanished. Well, said Fear not, one mustn't ignore a gift. And he unlocked the door. It opened downward, into the cold. He lit a candle and stepped down. The stairs were slick. The walls wept. But at the bottom the bottom was a chamber lined with mirrors. But no reflection showed his face. Instead, 12 other versions of himself stared back, each doing something different. One screamed. One wept. One scratched at his skin. One laughed, terribly. Each moved of their own will, as if trapped in a world where he had known fear, long ago. Fear not, heart steady, watched. I don't understand, he said aloud. Why are you all afraid? The mirror version stopped and looked at him with one voice. Because we never learned your trick. And suddenly, the candle blew out. Darkness swallowed him whole. And there, at the edge of the green pond, where the sad sisters had risen with eyes closed and arms wide, our boy Fear not did not run. No, not he. For they were beautiful in a dreadful way, like statues underwater, hair floating like seaweed, mouth smiling gently as they whispered in unison. Come in, the water is waiting. And Fear not, being curious more than cautious, tilted his head and asked. Why does no one visit you, sisters of the deep? But the answer came not from them, but from the pond itself, a voice like bubbles popping. Because we are the daughters of the dreadful thing. Yes, the daughters of drowning, born of rivers, storms, and weeping tides. Water in their veins. Water in their sighs. And their task? To drown men. To drown women. To bring silence where songs once lived. Yet they sang. And Fear not listened, enchanted. Where does your song come from? He asked. One, with sea glass eyes, gestured to a twisted willow near the pond's edge. From there. From your bird. And indeed, there sat his tiny bird, the one that sang when all else went quiet. But now it chirped frantically. A ripple formed. A shape emerged. Not man. Not beast. Something else entirely. Tall, green-skinned, webbed, and regal, with eyes black as shipwrecks. I am the master of this pool, it said. They sing for me. Fear not bowed, because it felt polite. Do you know what fear is? The creature chuckled, slow as mud. I've swallowed it. And then it pointed a long, dripping finger. Give me your bird. I can't, Fear not said. It sings me awake. It shows me the way. The creature's gills flared. Then learn its song. Play it for me. Or sink. The daughters circled him again, smiling wider now. Play, they breathed. Play the song. Fear not took out his fiddle. The same one he'd used to fool bandits and flirt with tavern girls. He raised the bow. Notes fell from it like rain, stumbling at first, then strong, then certain. The bird joined in, then rose up, flapping hard, spinning circles over the pond. What is this? The master roared. A song of elsewhere, said Fear not. A place of many lefts and many rights. A faraway island. Ireland, the bird sang. Ireland, Fear not echoed. And the master, confused, drawn, and desperate to follow the song, slithered from the pond, across the hedge, through the field, past the mill, and off toward Ireland. For all we know, he's still looking. And the pond? Quiet. The sisters? Gone. Fear not wiped his fiddle clean and sighed, what a peculiar swim. By morning, there was much feasting. 27.5 gifts, 4 offers of marriage, and a great deal of cider. And Fear not, though he remembered to clap the ears of the sly tinker and reclaim his 40 shillings, forgot entirely where they were meant to go next. It was only after the 4th apple tart that Mr. Maai, now self-declared manager of heroes and historian of unsolved terrors, unfurled a crumpled map and announced. We go now to a castle. A haunted one. Is there any other kind? Fear not sighed happily. Then maybe I shall shudder at last. The castle lay beyond a dead wood, past a graveyard of broken wagons and abandoned boots. Its towers leaned like tired bones. The king had long since fled. No servant stayed. No traveler returned. Look, said Maai, pointing. Even the crows fly around it. Fear not smiled, the way one does at an invitation. It looks like home. And so, standing at the edge of the cursed castle, Fear not turned to his faithful if occasionally slippery companion, Mr. Maai, and said. Take things with me. A sword. Take 2. These 3 things are enough, or not, as the case may be. He left behind 75 of his gifts should I not return, he warned, don't leave them here, for you know how it is with me. I'll be forced to steal them and desert you. Mr. Maai nodded solemnly. A little courage, Mr. Maai. And a Godspeed to you, Fear not. The castle door creaked like an old throat clearing, and our hero stepped into the cold. Lovely. All lovely, he murmured. And then, from the shadows. A little courage, Mr. Maai. The voice? Familiar. The body? Partial. Hello. There's only half of me here. Where's the rest? Then the legs came hopping in, annoyed and haughty. That's more like it, said the voice. Now how about a game? Fear not, never one to turn down the strange, nodded. Why not? I have all night. Good, said the voice. Can you play skittles? I'll try. He better had, grumbled the legs. These were not normal legs. Too short. Mismatched. Wrong entirely. What size legs are those? Fear not asked. Gout, callus, blisters, foot burrs, oh good. I could do with those. The game began. Fear not rolled. 8 pins. Not bad on bad legs, said the body. Then the body rolled. Careful, hissed the legs. You'll damage that peg. The balls were rough. The room colder still. He cheated, cried the legs. No, said Fear not. I swapped a little courage for a little cunning, that's all. Lovely. All lovely, muttered the body, now sulking. And then, quiet. Fear not settled in the corner for the night. But what's this? Mr. Maai called. Still. Silent. Fear not ran to him, knelt beside him. So cold, you were my first and only friend. Let me warm you. He tried. And for a moment, it seemed Maai stirred. Fear not. Fear not. Fear not. Then a new voice low, strange. Come nearer, demon, and I'll cut off your head. Fear not shouted, raising his sword. Then there'll be 3 parts to bury. A pause. A sigh. And then. It's me, the voice said. Again? Are you dead? No. Come closer. Please. I'm terrified. And indeed, Mr. Maai had returned with eyes wide and voice trembling. I came with my little courage to find you, he said. And now it's quite used up. Fear not nodded. What's the name of my true love? He asked. Maai blinked. How can I know? Then it is you. And they laughed, for of course it was. The shadow, the legs, the voice, it was all some part of Maai's courage that had wandered off. I try to break the mold and be dignified, said Maai. And I get a knife and shut up in return. Come here and hug me. No. Hug me. And hug he did. Together they searched the castle, every crack and crevice, every cold bed and forgotten window, until behind the farthest door of the highest floor, they found gold. Such goldness they might have thrown it out the window for a week and still not seen the floor. They shared it, half and half, and a bit for luck. Never did 2 men dance more merrily. From a distance, you'd have seen the castle shake off its gloom and sunbathe like a cat. So did Fear not learn to shudder? No. Not even once. But on the long road home, he asked Maai again and again. Why haven't I learned to shudder? What can I tell my father? Is there something wrong with me? And Maai, patting the pouch of gold, replied. Are there not sufficient riches that you must be frightened as well? And so they went, arguing gently, dreaming of songs and skittles and strange half-men in castles. And wondering, always wondering, what was left to learn. And so Fear not never learned to shudder. Not for ghosts, not for demons, not for girls in green ponds offering bitter beer. He danced, he journeyed, he asked and wondered, but the shiver never came. Still, he made a friend, found a fortune, and hugged a headless fellow back into being. And if that's not something, well, I don't know what is. Now you and I. We might never meet the daughters of the deep. Nor bowl with bones, nor speak with a shadow who's missing its legs. But there are oddities everywhere. even in the quiet corners of your own room, even in the hush between dreams. So don't be afraid of what's strange. Don't be ashamed of not trembling. And if ever someone says, "But you must learn to shudder," just smile, and say, "Perhaps tomorrow. For tonight, is for rest." And if you've enjoyed this little tale of nonsense and not quite horror, do whisper a like with your finger, click subscribe with the courage of a knight, and share the tale with someone you trust not to steal your sword. And now, close your eyes. For even fear not must sleep sometime. Good night, dear listener. And fear not.